Would you advise one of your candidates to do something like that using taxpayer funds?
No, not using taxpayer funds.
Okay, so if you've driven one of the expressways in the south suburbs recently, you've no doubt seen one of these giant billboards. They feature the name and the face of a smiling local politician. What you may not know is the money for these billboards is coming out of taxpayers' pockets, and that's raising questions for Tiffany Henyard, the Dalton mayor and Thornton Township supervisor, who has already come under fire for spending public money promoting herself.
Dane Placco has the latest chapter in his ongoing investigation into Henyard's questionable spending.
Take a drive to the south suburbs and you can't miss them. 4 giant billboards featuring Tiffany Henyard's name in large letters, along with her picture, smiling down on the thousands of cars going by on Interstate 57 and the Bishop Ford Expressway. What are they advertising? One says fresh produce, another senior services, and this one simply says we offer general assistance. There's a phone number, but you wouldn't know what it's for unless you can read in teeny tiny letters, Thornton Township Supervisor, as you're speeding by.
The situation in Dolton never gets old. You know, I've been covering this situation for about the last year or so. And man, we've seen her top aide, Keith Freeman, get indicted. And we know that this guy was a well-known criminal up and down the Midwest. He had a long history of criminality. We know that she hired a man that she was allegedly involved with also, that was locked up for 26 years for SA assault. Also, one of her top aides was also locked up for SA assault in Las Vegas. We see that she got the billboards all over the town, spending money. You know, she was doing crafty counsel with business owners, not giving them their business license if they didn't side with her in politics. There's just a whole bunch of stuff that goes on with this woman. Her former chief of staff is blowing the whistle on her. It's just the police chief was also indicted. So when you see the beginning video of the billboards all over town on Tiffany Henyard, that's just the start of it. Look at what she did to this guy right here.
So what are you holding there?
I have 4 tickets issued from the village of Dalton, and each ticket is $500 a piece. That is $2,000 worth of tickets that I have here.
Dalton Park District President Cleo Jones says they were stunned last week when they received citations for doing work without a permit. He says 2 of the tickets were issued for spreading fresh mulch on district playgrounds.
So every year we replenish the mulch in the park to ensure that the safety of the kids are playing on a safe surface by playing on some healthy mulch. And we do this every year.
Have they ever asked for a permit before?
Never. Never in a million years.
The other 2 tickets appear to be for replacing old playground equipment with brand new equipment.
My response was, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What does the village have to do with the park district?
Jones believes the park district, a separate unit of government, is being targeted by controversial Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard, who's currently at the center of an FBI corruption investigation. The park district believes it's retaliation for allowing the 4 Dalton trustees opposed to Henyard to hold meetings at a park district field house after they were barred from Village Hall, including the meeting in which they appointed former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot to investigate Henyard.
Now, this man was constantly saying that all of this stuff was in retaliation because he wouldn't play ball with her. And he actually sided with the trustees when she kicked them out of the building. He allowed them to do the work in the building that he was responsible for. Now, his job is not part of the city, but she was giving them citations anyway. But y'all remember Keith Freeman. At one time they was having a meeting and Tahoe Tiffany, you know, Nino Brown Tiffany, she didn't show up and she sent Keith Freeman out. But this is all the stuff leading up all the way up to today that's been going on. And she sent Keith Freeman out and Keith Freeman ran into a barrage of this.
Right. I'm sorry, hold on. This ain't funny.
I'm talking. It's not.
I'm sorry, I thought you was talking to me.
I was talking to her.
How you doing, Mr. Bond?
I'm fine.
Good.
How about you?
I'm doing well.
Should I go home? Or are we gonna meet?
So they're canceling the meeting. We're working on a day right now.
What?
I do not have the answer to that. I just came out here to
Tell her to come out here.
Why don't you come out? Tell her to come out.
I thought you said come out here without the answer.
Guys, listen.
All right, folks.
But you didn't know there was gonna be council before. Oh, they
I
already
did not know the meeting was
You all know
When was
that.
this decision made?
Oh, cause she wants to go to the club because it's her birthday?
Listen,
When was this decision made?
I appreciate you guys. Y'all know I do.
She wasn't having a meeting all the time.
So Keith, when was the decision made? Keith, you better get off that train, man.
All right, sorry folks, the meeting has been canceled.
Better get off that train, man. Getting rough.
Thank you for your
Come on, man. You know more than that.
I feel like Charlie Brown with the football.
You know
they do
more.
it to you every time, man. I'm like,
Thank you guys, I appreciate you.
So we fast forward to 2 days ago. She was in a meeting, and she was getting a lot of pushback from the Dolton Township trustees because they don't trust her. They was voting down all the events and things that she wanted to do for the township. Now, she brought in some singers, Jay Holiday, and I forgot that other woman's name. But she paid her like $30,000, paid Jay Holiday $20,000, brought in comedians, paid them, and spent all this money when the township doesn't supposed to have money to be spending. But she don't care because she's going out with a bang. She's going to do it the Tiffany Henyard way. She did it her way. But she started getting pushback where they voted all of this stuff down, and it went down like this.
Happening tonight, community concerns in Dolton Township and a push to regulate what some call out-of-control spending by Township Supervisor and Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard. NBC5's Lexi Suter has more on tonight's showdown between trustees and Henyard.
Good evening. There were many tense moments in tonight's meeting. At times, Supervisor Tiffany Henyard took on her fellow trustees when it came to money and expenses, even accusing some of them of spreading lies about her.
Please tell me how you're out of order. You're out of order. How do they operate, trustees? How do they operate?
There were countless interactions just like this, elevated voices and heated debates about spending and the lack of a new budget. Several of the trustees questioned much of the township's spending, while Henyard says she's cleaned its finances up.
Y'all thought that I was young, dumb, didn't know nothing, was going to let y'all come and manipulate me. I didn't do any of that. So because I didn't do any of that, you guys started this whole smear campaign.
At one point in this 3-hour meeting, Supervisor Henyard demanded Finance Director Robert Hunt read through more than 100 line items that many trustees wanted to get rid of. For example, thousands of dollars to Amazon,
$169.99.
thousands of dollars of cakes for community events,
102 Calumet Bakery,
and tens of thousands of dollars that were allegedly allocated for the one-day event, the Taste of Dolton Township.
We just had a couple events here in the past, month or so, that just extraordinary amount of money was spent unnecessarily.
As for upcoming events, the trustees voted to stop a few, including House Fest and Gospel Fest. Henyard accused the trustees of acting out of spite.
And right now, you guys are operating with hatred in your hearts. You're operating out of feelings. You're not operating with things that's going on, and I don't think that's fair to us. And I don't understand why it's a problem when we got a surplus in Dolton Township thanks to Supervisor Tiffany Henyard once again.
Lexi Suter, NBC5 News.
Then we get to the emergency meeting that Dalton had, and trustee Stan Brown showed up. Now, Stan Brown was one of her last allies that was standing by her side, and Stan Brown showed up to the trustee meeting, and he sat down and he said, man, listen, I didn't jump ship. I was never on a ship to jump. Basically saying that he's been down with the city. He's been down with the team. Well, he should have been blew the whistle and called her out. I feel like he's jumping ship because he see that it's leaking his last little bit of oil and the ship is just underwater now. So he said, I'm gonna get up on out of here while I still have a chance. You know. So I mean, it's just a lot. So they've been working to take power away from her. Tiffany Henyard's lawyer said that meeting was illegal and that's why she didn't show up. And this is what happened at the meeting.
New at 9, a village board meeting in Dolton tonight without the embattled mayor.
Tiffany Henyard did not attend tonight's special meeting where trustees say they're working to dig the village out of a multi-million-dollar budget hole. WGN Investigates has been documenting questionable spending and leadership in the village for nearly a year. And Jenna Barnes is live in Dolton with the latest.
Hi, Ben and Micah. Mayor Tiffany Henyard's attorney tells me they view tonight's meeting as unsanctioned and illegal, and that's why she didn't show up tonight. But in a surprise move, one of her only allies on the Board of Trustees did. It is the first time we have seen him at one of these special board meetings since we began covering the dysfunction in Dalton. A celebratory welcome for Dalton trustee Stanley Brown. He, in recent months, hasn't attended these special board meetings. He's considered an ally of Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard and typically sides with her, not these trustees, during votes.
I'm not here jumping ship, or I never was on the ship to jump the ship. Always been here. But I like to do what's right, and that's very important. And every resident in this village deserves that.
The trustees postponed the last meeting to tonight, but Henyard declared that move illegal and went ahead without them last week. The board says that makes any decisions she made invalid. In the wake of WGN Investigates' extensive reporting on Henyard and her allies' lavish travel, the trustees voted to approve a moratorium on reimbursing the travel for elected officials and employees.
Taking these trips to all of these conferences and bringing back absolutely nothing means that you're just taking trips on the taxpayers' dime.
Residents thanking the trustees for their work in the struggle for control of Dalton's finances.
This is the we mentality and leadership that we need.
They have changed the way government is going to be ran forever.
The trustees announcing tonight they are in search of a new bank after theirs put them on a 60-day notice. The mayor pro tem, Jason Howe, says he signed checks to pay for vital services after the mayor refused to do so. A recent ordinance, they say, allows him to do that, but they say the mayor complained to the bank, so it has dropped Dalton. We're live in Dalton tonight. Donna Barnes, WGN News.
You know, we could talk all day about this Tiffany Henyard, and something I always tell you guys, be patient. You know, if the feds have anything on her, when it's time to come and get her, they'll get her. If they don't have anything on her substantial, then they won't come get her. They'll just lock up everybody else around her that did illegal business. We'll wait and see. But one thing I do want to say to my FBA family, she's corrupt and she's doing a lot of things to hurt other black people in the town. But I don't want y'all, one thing I've noticed with YouTube, every Tiffany Henyard video that I've ever done, they just green the video right away. They don't yellow the video. They green the video where they allow you to make money off the video right away. And to me, it's kind of alarming because, yes, Tiffany Henyard is crooked and she's doing a lot of wicked stuff. But there's a lot of other mayors all over America that's doing stuff. But the news, the media is not giving it media coverage. I noticed right here in Dolton, Lori Lightfoot, when she ran Chicago, Fannie Willis down there in Georgia, the other mayor down there in Louisiana, I noticed that they're giving strong media coverage to all the black people that's in Democratic-run cities. But you have mayors, you had that Asian mayor that was up in Oakland. You had the white mayor, I think it was somewhere in Kansas City, somewhere in the Midwest. These people were extremely crooked, getting arrested, stealing money, everything. No media coverage whatsoever. But they put all this type of media coverage on this small town of Dalton, right? And allow you to monetize it right away. So I want people to still just be careful and be mindful of this, right? Because I've been really paying attention to, I started to Google corrupt mayors or embattled mayors in America 2024. And all these mayors came up, but they don't get no media coverage. All the black people in positions of power right now is dominating the newsways. So we got to be careful with that. I just wanted to just put that out there to you guys, man. We got to be careful with that. That doesn't mean that she go without punishment, but remember how the media plays, man, when it comes to us in the other groups. So I'm going to cut this video short here, man. Leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Let me know. Hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.